All right. Hi, all. Welcome to a stretch, strengthen, and sweat. So we'll just give a minute for a couple more people to join us here, and then we'll get started. All right, there we go. Perfect. Hey, Dave. All right. So yeah, we're pretty much there. We're at 5 o'clock. So good evening, everyone. And we'll get started with our stretch, strengthen, and sweat workout. So as always, go at your own pace. So pace yourself. What's appropriate for your current fitness level? I want you to challenge yourself, but definitely go at your own pace. Make sure you're focused on that good technique when we're going through all the exercises. When you get the most out of it, and have that least risk of injuring yourself. And then, yeah, the way the workout's going to work. So we're going to have 4 different groups of exercises. When we're doing one group of exercise, it's going to be 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. We're going to move all through all 3 of the exercises in that one group, and then we're going to repeat it 3 times, and we'll move on to the next group. So let's start with a little warm up. We'll pop down on the ground. We're going to stretch ourselves out. We've been sitting most of the day, so we'll get those hips stretched out. So we want a little triangle like this with the front knee, the back knee's pulled in behind. You're going to take the hands on either side of the knee, nice and tall through your chest. You're going to hinge forward. So we're stretching out the glutes, stretching out the back side of our body. So you feel that stretch as you're down there. You can breathe a little and just scan to see if there's any tight spots. Okay? So from there, we're going to come up. Hands are still on either side of the knee. We're going to walk our hands away from our feet. So walk them away. Get that big stretch through the front of the hip. We can look over that back shoulder to really stretch things out even more. We've been sitting all day, so we want to make sure we open up those hip flexors. Good. So from there, we're going to hit the other side. So now as that other knee is going to go forward, the other leg's pulled back and behind, hands on either side of the knee, nice and tall. We're going to hinge forward to feel that stretch. And again, we can scan around to see if we can find any of those tight spots. And you can do your breathing as you're going through that. Okay, from there, again, we're going to come up. We're going to walk our hands away from the feet, creating that big bow through the front side of our body. Feeling that big stretch. If you want, you look over that back shoulder towards the sole of this foot over here and breathe through that, feeling everything lengthen and stretch out through the front of the hip there. Okay, so from there, we're going to open up the upper body now. So we're going to reach back with the hand, bring the elbow to knee. So we're also getting our core activated now. We're getting a little bit of movement in there. Reach back, drive that opposite knee up. And we'll do one more. Great, now we'll hit the other side. Reach back, knee to elbow, reach, knee to elbow, reach, knee to elbow. 2 more reps of that. Feel that chest open up and back down. Good. Okay, we're going to go into a little quarter lunge. Okay, the back foot, the toes straight forward, the heels down. Hands can go out in front of us like we're holding a bar just wider than our shoulders. And we're going to turn towards that side where the foot's forward. Okay, so for me, that's my left side. So I'm getting a little bit of a stretch through the hip. I'm starting to load that front leg. I'm getting a little rotation involved in the movement. Okay, I'm going to hit the other side now. So weights on that front leg, back foot, heels down if we can. You feel that little stretch, hands are out in front of us. And turning now for me to the right side, but just turn to that leg that's down. And one more. Excellent. So we're a little bit fired up now. We can get into group 1. So group 1, the exercise we're going to do a lat stretch. We're going to do a prone W. So that's kind of lifting with the upper back. And we're going to do a jab cross combo. So you're going to see some of my boxing skills, which are very limited, but still it's just about getting us moving and getting the heart rate going. So I'm going to start my Tabata timer that's going to take us through, and then I'll guide you through as we do the first set together. So we'll get started. So first one we're going to do is a lat stretch. So we're reaching the hands up. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull with my left hand as I lean to my left, and I'm getting a big stretch all down that right side of my body. Focusing on the breathing through that. So we've done 15 seconds on that side. Now we'll do the other way. So I'm leaning to my right, pulling with my right hand, pulling my left arm, getting that big stretch all down the left side of my body now. Good, so now we're 10 seconds to transition, so we're going to be down on the ground, and this is going to be our prone W. So our arms are going to be in this W position. We're getting the squeeze between the shoulder blades. Okay, so here we go. Lifting, focusing on those muscles between the shoulder blades, doing the lift. My head and chest stay in contact with the ground. So keep your head and chest in contact with the ground. Feel that tension in between your shoulder blades. Great work. Keep that up. Feel the chest opening up. Nice squeeze in between those shoulder blades. Great, so we're done that prone W. Now we're on to our last one of this group, so it's a jab cross. So what we'll be doing is, I'm going to start with my left, so left will be my jab, and then cross my body. So here we go, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross. If you're a boxer, please don't critique me. I know it's not great, but we're getting our body moving. So use the legs, jab, and then across the body. Straight jab, across the body. Keep moving, you can use those legs, so we're getting the whole body working. The upper body's going, and the lower body. Okay? Again, we're going at your own pace. So you pace yourself as you're going through all these movements. So there, we're done our first round. We've got 2 more of those exercises. 6 seconds, and we'll be back into that lat stretch. So I'm standing, reaching up, grab my right wrist with my left hand, leaning to my left, and I'm breathing. Big stretch all down that right side of my body. One more big breath there. 15 seconds, we'll hit the other side. So now I'm leaning to my right. I'm feeling that stretch all down my left side. Very important while you're doing your stretching, focus on that breathing. Really relax into it. Okay, we're back down on the mat. We're doing our prone W's again. Okay, got a couple seconds left. And here we go. Work. Lift. Feel that tension in between the shoulder blades. Those muscles often get neglected. Everything we do is in front of us, so they don't get a ton of work. This is a great opportunity to strengthen them. Those muscles in between our shoulder blades, we keep them nice and strong. They help keep healthy shoulders. You also feel your rotator cuff working there a little bit. Good, so we've done that one. We're back into our jab cross combo. So this time I'm going to jab with my right and then across my body with the left. So I'm going to switch it out so we can keep that balance in the body. Okay, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross. Good, keep that up. And try and do your best, get the legs involved. It's going to look a little bit less smooth for me on this side, that's for sure. I can feel it. But keep going. We want to keep our bodies moving. Keep that heart rate elevated as we go through this workout. Good. If you have a mirror or something, that could help too, make that look a little bit smoother maybe as you're going through it. So we've got 10 seconds, and then we're back in our last round of this one. So it's going to be the lat stretch to start. And up, grabbing, leaning to the left. Really feeling that stretch all down my right side. So only go what's comfortable for you. Don't force yourself into any ranges that aren't comfortable. Now we're going the other side. So now I'm leaning to my right, helping a little by pulling with my right hand on that left wrist. But again, only what's comfortable so I can really relax into it. Good. So we've got our 10-second transition back into our prone W's. Down on the ground in that W position. Here we go. Get that lift, feel that tension between the shoulder blades. Good, keep the hands up. Don't let the hands drop on you. Keep the elbows and hands same height when you lift if you can. Head stays in contact with the mat. And one more. Good, so now we're transitioning. Last one, so we're back into that jab cross combo. I'm going to go left hand jab, right hand cross. Couple seconds here, here we go. Jab cross, jab cross. Get that footwork going. Put some effort into it. This is our last one. This feels a little smoother. Hopefully it doesn't look as ridiculous as it did on the other side. But we gotta have fun while we're exercising, right? The heart rate up, get a few laughs at the end of the day, blow off some of that stress. There we go, there we go. Okay, so a little breather. Next one we're gonna go into, group 2. So we're gonna have a TFL stretch, so stretch for kind of the TFL side of the hip. We're gonna have lateral walks, so getting our heart rate up, loading the legs, and then we'll have butt kicks, okay? So a little cardio, that sweat portion, okay? So we'll get started because the first one's a stretch, so it'll kind of let us recover and catch our breath. So here we go, so TFL, I'm gonna take my left leg, I'm gonna step in front of my right, most of my weight's on my left leg, and then I'm gonna push my hip a little bit out to the right. So I'm getting that stretch through my right hip. Okay, if I wanna increase it, I can take my right hand up and then reach over towards the left, and I get a big stretch all down the side of my body. So that's 15 there, so now we're gonna do the other. So my right foot goes in front, push my left hip out to the side, and I can reach up with my left. That's great, so that's our TFL. So lateral walks, we'll have a little bend, and then we'll just be shuffling or walking to the side, okay? So for me, it's a couple steps, and then I have to go back. If you have a little bit more room, maybe like 5 steps back and forth. So do 5 steps one way, and then come back 5 the other way. Keep this little crouch though, and don't let yourself bounce up and down, okay? You wanna stay, shoulders are nice and level as you're going through this one. Okay, feel that tension in your legs as you're going. Hands can be in front of you like this, or they can be out like so. Okay, whatever you feel comfortable with. Feet are nice and flat on the ground. Okay, so that's our lateral walks. So butt kicks is gonna be the next one. So a couple different ways we can do this. We can just kick our feet up like this towards our bum, or we can start to run like so. So if we want a little more intense, we've got the running option where we're kicking up towards our bum. And if we need to regress it a little, if that's a bit too much, we can just go into this kind of walking option, okay? So we'll get our hamstrings working, we'll get a little stretch through the front of our hip, and this one will definitely get you sweating a little. You can get the arms going as you're going through it, back and forth, and then we get our rest. So we'll be back into our TFL stretch here again next. So remember, left foot's gonna step in front, nice and flat, push the right hip out to the side, and if you want, reach up with that right hand. And we're just gonna breathe. Hit the other side, so the right foot goes in front now, hip goes to the left. You need to grab onto anything for support with this one, no problem. Okay, so lateral walks is our next. We're gonna get in that little quarter squat, about 3 seconds, so down in our quarter squat. Here we go, just that little walk to the side. Feel those legs loaded, keeping the tension in them as we go through this one. Really feeling that tension in the legs, back and forth. Shoulders stay level, and feet always step flat. We're getting that full pressure through the whole foot. Good. Great work, great work. So back to the butt kicks. So we got 10 seconds. Remember, whatever pace you want. So if it's just like so, or we're gonna get into the kind of running with it, but kick those heels up towards our bum. Get the hands moving. Go at your own pace. So from the front, just kicking those feet up. Definitely feel this one getting my heart rate going. And the legs are getting tired. I can really feel my hamstrings working to pull my heel towards my bum. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna have one more round. We're gonna be back on the TFL stretch. So I'm gonna get in position. Left foot goes in front, hip goes to the right. If this is good, if you're getting a stretch here, stay here. If you need a chair or something to hold on to or a wall, no problem. If you want that next level, reach the hand up. And feel that stretch as you reach to the left. Okay, that's our halfway. Other side. Right foot goes in front, hip goes out to the left. Most of the weight's on that right leg, so you're kind of balancing. Good, so that one's done. Then we're back into our lateral walks. Okay. Good work, everyone. Keep it up, keep it up. So we're into that little quarter squat, and here we go. To the side, that little shuffle. Okay, big step, big step. So if you can take nice big steps, do it. Keep the shoulders square, no bouncing up and down. Stay in that squat. Keep the tension in the legs. Okay? If you need to slow down, no problem. If you need to come up out of it to give the legs a little rest, not a problem. You go at your pace. If you want a little bit more of a challenge and you need to get a little lower, go for it, by all means. Good work, good work. So last one, we'll be back into those butt kicks, okay? So again, we can do it this way if we want, or we can go into that run. Okay, so here we go. Butt kicks. Legs are moving, arms are moving. You feel my right side can get a little bit higher than my left, so maybe I need a little bit of extra stretching there. Pay attention to your body. You may find these little imbalances that you may want to focus on as you're going through your training or your fitness routine over the next few months. And time. So that's 3 rounds. That's our second group done. Good work, good work. Keep it up. If you need a little drink, take a few breaths, and then we'll get started on round 3, or group 3. All right. So group 3, we're going to have a lying glute stretch. We'll have glute bridge marches, and then we'll have hot feet around a box. I'm just going to move my chair so I'm not kicking it when I'm doing my glute bridge marches. Okay. And we'll get started. So for the glute stretch, we'll be down on the ground. So here we go. Glute stretch. So ankle's going to go up on the thigh of the opposite leg. If you need more stretch, you can pull that knee in towards you. And then you're just going to breathe, and you're going to feel the stretch through the glute of that foot that's down. Let's hit the other side. So the ankle goes up on the thigh. I'm going to pull that towards me, or if I'm good right here, no problem. Just stay there, and you'll feel the stretch. Excellent. So our next one is going to be our glute bridge marches. Okay, so I'm going to move back so I have enough room. I'm going to be reaching out my legs. So it's going to look like this. We're going to extend the hips, okay, out, and I'm just alternating, okay? The key here, I'm keeping my hips up, nice and square, okay? If we want to go a little faster, a little bit more challenging, okay? Keep those hips up. If you need to go down, take a break, no problem. But if you can, try to keep the hips up. Pull the leg back in, kick the leg out. The core is staying engaged. Don't want to feel the low back when we're going through these ones. Good, so that's our strengthen. Now we're going to go back into our sweat for group 3. So it's going to be hot feet around a box. We're going to be running 4 steps forward, 4 to the side, 4 back. So here we go, and then 4 across. So 4, 4, shuffling, and then back. Okay? Just like you're moving around a box, and the feet are going to be quick, okay? Do your best. I'm not huge into the agility drills, so this may not look super graceful, but I can definitely feel my legs working, so keep that up. The faster you go around, the more you'll feel the heart rate going up. Okay, so we've got 5 seconds. We're back on the ground because we're back into our stretch, so it's going to be that glute stretch. So my ankle goes up on my thigh. I'm going to pull my thigh in towards me a little. And I'm going to focus on that breathing. Hit the other side, so ankle goes up. Pull the thigh in. If you don't need to pull the thigh in, if you already feel a stretch without the thigh pulled in, that's good. If you feel like it's too hard, you could even put your leg out like this so you don't have to bring your leg as high. Do what's right for you. Okay, so we're resting. Then we're going to be into our strengthen, so it's our glute bridge marches. So remember, we'll want to extend our hips, squeeze our glutes, and then we're just marching. So 1 foot, then the other. So you'll feel one leg, the hamstrings and glutes really working, and then when you march out, you'll feel the other side. Okay, just keeping that up. The key here, keep the hips up.
let your hips drop if you can. Core stays tight. You should feel your core, glutes, hamstrings. Don't want to feel our low back. I'm getting a lot of quads here too. Good work, good work.
Okay, we're on to that sweat piece now. So around the box, nice and graceful, just like me. So a couple forward, a couple to the side, a couple back side, okay? So keep the feet moving. No, that's not a trick of the camera. I really am this fast, folks. Keep going, keep going. Keep those feet moving. I just watched Ryan do this from, I think it was earlier in the week or last week on the weekend. And I don't think I picked up any pointers because it's not very smooth, but that's all right. I feel my legs working. Okay, a little rest. Back down on the ground. This is our last round of these three.
Okay, so the foot goes up for that glute stretch. Again, this is your opportunity to take a few big deep breaths and recover after that sweat. Okay, other foot's going up now. Focus on the breathing. Do what's right for you, whether it's pulling the knee in, whether it's having the foot out further to get that stretch, but you should feel it on the leg that's up. Okay, so we got our little rest, and then we're going to be back into the glute bridge marches. So the heels are pulled in towards my bum. I'm going to extend. Keep those hips up so you're fully extended through the hips. It's an opportunity after sitting all day in hip flexion to extend our hips now. So we really want to work on those muscles on the back side of our body to help balance us out there. Good, keep marching, and go at your own pace. If you want to go quicker, if we want to go slower, the key that I say is keep those hips up if you can.
Okay, and then we're into the sweat piece. Ass feet, hop feet around the box. So forward, side, forward, or sorry, back, side, forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side. Just keep the feet moving. Okay? Even if you feel as awkward as I look, just keep the feet moving. Definitely feel the legs starting to work. Keep pushing. We're getting near the end here. Okay, great. Great. So we're going on to our last one here. 3 exercises. Chest stretch, push up, and then some more punching combos. So here we go. We're going to get started with this. The first one's a stretch. So chest stretch on the wall. Or if you have a door frame, put your hand on the wall, turn away from that side. So my left hand's on. I'm turning towards my right. Feel a light stretch through my left chest, front of the shoulder, bicep. I'm going to switch to my right side. So right hand's on the wall. I'm turning to my left, away from it. Hands about shoulder height. If you need it a little bit below because that's a little too intense, no problem. Drop it a little lower. Okay, so our next one is push-ups. So we do push-ups. So where we do it off our feet, plank style, or we can do modified, okay, off our knees. Your choice. Nice full range though, if you can. All the way down to the ground. Keep the core tight, don't let your back drop. Push-ups are a great opportunity to train your core stability. All right, back into those punch combos. So now we're going to do a jab, so straight forward, and then a hook. So I'm coming out to the side and then back to the middle. So here we go. Start with my left. Jab, hook, jab, hook. So that hook is looping out to the side. Okay? Good. Keeping the legs moving. Again, I think this is what it's supposed to look like. Again, not a boxing expert, but we're moving our bodies, getting the lower body, getting the heart rate up. Jab, hook, jab, hook, jab,
hook. Get the core involved, getting some rotation involved. Good job. So first set down of that. 2 more. Chest stretch to start. So get that door frame wall. Gonna put the hand on, turn away from it. So I'm turning away from my left, and I'm just focusing on my breathing. Nice light stretch. Don't make it too intense. If it's too intense, your muscles will tighten up to try and protect the joint. I usually say 6 or 7 on a scale of 1 to 10, it should feel like. Gentle stretch, but you can still relax into it. So we're going to allow that muscle to lengthen. And then if we can, breathe through it. That helps us relax as well. Okay, push-ups are coming again. Like I said, we can do them off the feet, we can do them modified. I'm going to do them modified this time. Same idea though, nice straight line from the shoulders to the knees. Core's engaged, okay? So across, core's engaged. I'm all the way down as one piece. Not letting my back drop. Feeling that tension develop through my chest. Do what's right for you. I like to get that full range, that's a key. And you're moving the muscle through a full range, keeps the muscle healthy. So do what's appropriate to get that full range if you can. Good, and then we're back into our boxing, our little sweat combo. So I'm gonna go right. So right's gonna be my jab, left's gonna be my hook, okay? So right, hook, jab, hook, jab, hook, jab, hook, jab, hook. I don't know, are you supposed to just drop your hands like this when you're boxing? I'm assuming you're probably supposed to keep it up, but we'll see. Do my best. Jab, hook, jab, hook, jab, hook, jab, hook. We'll keep that up, keep pushing. Then we're getting that rotation in there a little bit. Getting the lower body and upper body working together. Getting the heart rate going. Great work, great work. We're almost there, so we've got one more set. Starting with our stretch. Remember, we're gonna breathe through the stretch. So the hand goes on the wall or door frame. We're gonna turn away from it. Nice stretch through that chest. Big breath in, big exhale. Feeling everything open through the front of the shoulder. Good, look at the other side. So with right hand, turning away from that right side. Focusing on my breathing. You can even look away a little. You'll tie in some of those neck muscles, which can get tight when we're sitting a lot of the day. We're doing a lot of stuff in front of us. Great idea. All right, so push up again. Remember, core stays tight, nice straight line. Keep that tension through the core. If you need to switch halfway from regular to modified to keep the technique good, no problem. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't want to start compensating. Because I'm getting fatigued. Okay. Last one, last sweat. So we're going to do that jab hook combo. I'm going to do the left first, try and balance things out. Okay. So left jab, right hook, left jab, right hook, left, right. Okay. Keep feet moving. Keep it controlled. So everything feels engaged. Core, feet, and arms are all working. Keep pushing. I'm starting to slow down, but I'm going to keep pushing through. We've got about 6 seconds left. Last 6. And that's great. Good work, everyone. Great job going through that. So that's our stretch, strengthen, and sweat workout. We're just going to finish with a little cool down, okay? So this one we did already. Lat stretch, great way to end. Reach the hands up. Left hand's going to grab that right wrist. Little lean to the side. I can pull with my left hand a little, just get a little bit more of a stretch through that right side. But again, I want to be able to relax through it. Couple big breaths, and I'm going to hit the other side. So I'm grabbing my left wrist with my right hand, pulling over, just breathing through those movements. Good, so from there we're going to go into a quad stretch. Always good to stretch out those hip flexors, quads. Been driving into work, sitting most of the day, they can get tight, right? So push the hip forward, core stays tight. I don't want you arching your low back. I just want you to get what you can get with that neutral spine. So breathe through that. We're going to hit the other side. Grab the foot, core is tight. Pushing the hip forward, whatever we can get. And you're breathing through the movement, right? We want to let that tension go, let ourselves recover. Okay, we're just going to do a forward fold now. So I'm standing, feet are about hip width, hands can go up. I'm going to bend forward, not forcing it, just kind of letting the weight of my arms pull me down. Little stretch through the backside of my body, coming back up. Exhaling as I go forward, maybe getting a little lower, maybe not. Coming back up. One more. Reaching up, folding forward, getting that nice stretch. And coming back up. So great, thanks for joining us tonight after a long day. That was our stretch, strengthen, and sweat workout. Have an amazing evening, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye, everybody.